If anyone watching tonight's show is stunned by the scope, the faces, and the indiscriminate nature of the heroin epidemic, you have company. My preconceived notions before I sat down with all the stakeholders in this tragedy was that a heroin addict was a street junkie in some back alley in the final chapter of a lifetime of abuse. Reality, as you've seen, is far different and far more complicated. Heroin is cheap. You don't have to inject it anymore. You can find it everywhere. And although it's as addictive as it ever was, for some reason, it doesn't carry the same stigma until it's too late. If you think it's not in your hometown, in your kid's school, you are wrong. Talk to your local police if you don't believe me, or talk to the priest who officiated 3 funerals for 3 young kids in the span of a week. If you think it couldn't happen in your house, listen to the parents that we've heard from this hour who cared and loved their kids and who tried everything, but in the end, still lost the one thing that they love most. Simply put, we are losing this fight. And all the good and all the decent people on the front lines of the battle against this epidemic put it in even starker terms than I have. There are no easy answers, but I do know where we need to start. We have to talk to our kids sooner and more openly. We have to address this in school. We have to acknowledge the reality and stop expecting our police to be law enforcement, drug counselors, and EMTs all at the same time. I'm a parent too, and while I hope to never have to deal with addiction with a loved one, I look at these families and they look like my neighbors. They look like me. If you take one thing away from this hour, it's that heroin is no longer someone else's problem. It's in your backyard, and it's all our problem. I want to thank everyone who was involved with tonight's program, and I want to thank you at home for joining us for this special edition of RFL.